As I sat down in this chair in my villa in Bali, it suddenly occurred to me that we're doing this recording about 2 weeks beyond the 20-year anniversary of the first time that Jeshua appeared to me, July 20, 1987. It sent some chills up my spine as I suddenly realized how much has transpired in these past 20 years. And yet those 20 years seem to have gone by in the twinkling of an eye. When a pinprick of light appeared in my living room, the light grew, inundating me in waves of bliss and of love and of power beyond anything I could have ever imagined. That day abruptly stopped my life, the direction of my own compulsions, my own interpretations, my persona, the masks I wore in society, the inner hidden turmoils that so many of us still carry in our being. And yes, that did flush up my deepest fears, my deepest doubts that I didn't even know existed yet. But that's what love does. It flushes up the unconscious roots of our deeply buried fears. It put me on a pathway that would lead me home. I was put on that pathway by the Master of Masters. Jeshua, or Jesus, has come to mean to me what he's come to mean to so many others. He is indeed the Master of Masters. And when you open to him, whether in some form of mystical experience such as I had, or simply by opening the pages of the Jeshua Letters, the Way of the Servant, or any of the pathway texts, especially the Way of Mastery, you are making contact with the highest and deepest and widest source of wisdom and truth and power. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to pause and read you something from the Jeshua Letters. These are the first words that he ever said to me that I recorded. And as I read them, I realize that they're really him speaking to the heart and soul of you. So listen carefully and let him speak to you. Now we begin. I am the one the world knows as Jesus, and now you have come to where I am. Our first meetings will be brief. It should be viewed as an exercise for you in learning to simply acclimate to what may be called my frequency. In truth, where I am is never inaccessible to you, nor to any of the Father's sons, for that is, of course, who you are, each and every one of you. And the time of remembrance is upon you. Who among you will choose to awaken from the dream you chose to dream so very long ago? What I will share with you during these first communications is not what you would call profound wisdom. However, if you dwell upon what I am sharing with you, it will accelerate your journey home. I have been with you always. Always you have known me. You are a servant of light, the light that many call God. It is all you have ever been, even throughout the many experiences, what you call incarnations, that you once created in order to hide from the truth you are. It is permissible to relinquish your dream. It can serve you no longer. It has brought you to the recognition, through your experience, of all the forms of avoidance the human soul has ever devised, all because it deems itself unworthy of its own heritage. I will share with you my final message to the sons of the living God. When this task is completed, I shall return to where I am. I will endeavor to impress upon you the conviction of the truth you know. Trust your inner voice. It neither fails nor deceives you. It is in silent humility that the voice of the Father speaks. Know that I, the one you know as Jeshua, am indeed with you always, throughout eternity. Rest then in peace. Amen.